Hello everyone, welcome to another Creative Crafts Niche video. Today I'm sharing with you a video on how to use your Cricut ink markers with your Cricut machine to draw an image just like I did on one of my previous cards and cut it out, and then you'll be able to color it in instead of having to cut out all the pieces and piece them together and use so much glue. All you have to do is just use one piece of cardstock and you'll end up with that. So to begin, you're going to make sure that your speed is set to 3 and your pressure is set to 2. I have limited space here because where I have my camera right now, it's a little bit too close, but that's all I have, and I don't want to mount it over something else because it's my iPad and I don't want it to end up breaking. So basically I'm gonna be doing 2 videos on this. One is just using the machine, and one on how to use the Cricut craft room to do the same thing. So you're going to start off by removing your blade housing, and what you do is that you go to the left, so it's lefty loosey, righty tighty. So you loose that up, you bring it to the side like that, then you're going to open this up, and then you're going to remove your blade. Then you're going to bring in your ink marker, your Cricut ink marker, but first you're going to position a piece of scrap right where you would insert the marker so that you don't ink on your machine. So then you go ahead and open it up and place it in there just like you would your housing blade. Bring this little screw back over and then tighten it up towards the right. And as you can see, I have some markings on it. Then you're going to position your paper and you're going to hit load paper. Now when you're cutting on this side of the paper as opposed to this side of the paper, this is going to cut your image. So we're going to do this image, and just the way I'm holding this paper is the same way it's going to cut it. So it's going to go in this way and it's going to cut it like that. So he's going to be laying down just like he is here on here. Now if I want to come over this side, I will have to hit the portrait, which is right here, and that is going to bring the cutting thing all the way to this side, and then it's going to cut it this way. So you have to make sure for this one that your paper it's set horizontal so that it can cut this way. Now later on in my next video, I'm going to show you the other image that I'm going to cut, and it's this one. So if I wanted to cut this one, again, I would put my paper in, it's going to cut this way, but instead of having my paper vertical the way I have it here, I would have to set it horizontal. And if I were to hit the portrait to come over here, then it's going to cut like this, and then again I will have it vertical. So for now, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do this image, and that's found on page 82. What we're going to do is we're going to use this right here to do the marker, and then we're going to use this right here to cut it out. So basically you're going to look for his image, and that is right here, and we're going to click on that. Now to know the size of how I want him, because I use my paper saving technique, if you watch one of my videos, on paper saving techniques, you'll understand what I'm talking about. So I use my Cricut craft room so I can know how to position him here so that I can be able to use the scraps for a layering project. So I set him at 3¼ inches, and that is going to be from here to here. That's the height from here to here. Now the width from here to here ends up being around a little over 4½ inches. So let's go ahead and cut, and just press cut, and it's going to draw that image. While it's in this position away from the image, I'm going to position my scrap piece of paper under it because I'm going to remove the marker. So it's lefty-loosey. Okay, make sure you cover that up so that the ink doesn't dry. Then you bring back your blade housing and make sure that it's on 6 and that this arrow is always facing towards you. I apologize for not having this in a better angle, but like I said before, I'm recording with my iPad and I don't want to position it in certain areas where I'm risking for it to break. Now we're going to hit load paper, not unload, load paper. That's going to bring it back to the original position. And then what we're going to do now is that we're going to hit shift and that same image that we had. And if you look here, it's going to just cut around. So now we're going to go ahead and click cut. Wait. I hope it cuts good because I forgot to change the settings here. But it's no biggie. I can still go ahead and do the same thing again. I'm just going to lift up the paper a bit just to see if it did cut through, which I doubt it. Yeah, it didn't cut all the way through. So I'm going to hit load paper again, and then I'm going to change my speed and my pressure back to max, and I'm going to hit repeat last, and that should give me the same image. and then click cut again. And then now I'm going to hit unload paper. And there we have it. And then what I like to do is I like to go with a black marker over the areas where it's not outlined and bring that out, but like after I'm done coloring it in. And you know, whatever areas that I feel that has a little too much black, I'll trim it down, or I'll just leave it like that. So I think I would have had a much better cut had I not made the original mistake. But basically you get the point of what I'm saying, and you can just go ahead and color him in. So thank you so much for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and be on the lookout for my next video showing you how to accomplish the same thing using your Cricut craft room. Thank you so much. Bye.